Welcome to the space. Welcome to yourself, for you are the space, the consciousness that is constantly becoming in this awareness. Rhio kran riedo sa in kio sat yon tap nete libraco sa kiona kesh na vienokto shivona veni bran no kieran takai ikna tosho do rash takanam e vishnavara kinto sanjyate glenom Sadyana Koresheve Nokta in Ven Libra Kronsho Dabinik den Kratu Dabinik den Grashi Dan Shovrante Klashtabanto Dimikiran Doklat Niak Desava Shoka. We are the presence of all that is in this moment. We are this light. We are this awareness, which is transforming the whole of the world, not excluding the universe. When you awaken to the full potential of what this consciousness is, to have this awareness is a privilege. To have this awareness is a responsibility. For as you listen to the heart of your being, you recognize you are on mission. You are on purpose. For you hold for the world a new reality of existence as consciousness itself. We observe this world as it crumbles, falling apart, the leaders in disarray, confused, egoic, misleading. The whole of it is in chaos. And anyone that doesn't think that is true, just observe for a while the world. So we recognize the need for a higher awareness in humanity, a better grip of higher possibilities, a greater realization of what the human being has the potential of becoming when it leaves its primitive beliefs and conditioning behind. Change takes place when we embrace our true self, allowing our place in the transformation of the world, allowing our place in beingness as examples of a new existence. Realizing in change, we are no longer the same. We have left behind what was. Seeing clearly the obstacles, the trials, the tests, the conquests. But none of that is important. What is important is the purity and trueness to one's true self as the very heart of consciousness, embracing change and transformation. We may at times feel alone in this process, but each one of you in your awareness forms a great hub of consciousness that is capable of holding and sustaining humanity at a higher place of awareness. All it takes is our realization of that possibility. It's not magic. It is simply a process that is given to us in awakening. As change takes place, one lets go of one's life, of past experiences. Not negating them, but realizing that each experience is like a step that brings you into a higher place of awareness as you allow, as you embrace, as you discover. So we see the mission of the consciousness is transformation of humanity, creating the new human in the place of the old. Not eliminating, but transcending, transforming. So we are that happening moment by moment. It takes a lot of courage to be brave in the face of the oppositions of consensus reality, beliefs and concepts around us. But they are powerless in their place. They are of the past, of the old. They are not of now, of this moment. This moment is change, is transformation, is transcendence from all that was. We are scarcely this human that was. We have become something more, something beyond. And that beyondness is open to all of you when you are willing to let go of the past, of your old self, of beliefs, concepts, and conditioning, and take the step into higher awareness. The possibility exists for all of humanity, but few there are that have heard. Fewer are there that believe. They think it is foolish, impossible. It doesn't fit the beliefs, the concept, the conditioning of the past. And if one is honest, you will see that the beliefs, the conditioning, and concepts of the past have created a great turmoil and dilemma and a downfall of all of the human race. We see that. We recognize that. We see the growing need for change, for transformation. We see the purpose of higher consciousness in its awareness, in its place. All it takes is that surrender to your true self, that is the consciousness, to allow it to come forth in its fullness, in its wholeness. Then you begin to experience what the old intellect might say is a miracle. The body changes. It takes on new possibilities, new energies, new healing processes. You are in a state of change, in this state of consciousness, at this level of awareness. Its purpose is to create a human that is capable of transcendence, capable of living beyond the parameters and boundaries of the old, of the beliefs, the conditioning concepts. We have those with us always, but simply is to remember where we are come from. It has no bearing on where we are going. We are that which is going at an accelerated pace into a higher awareness as consciousness itself, living in human form, embracing existence in its totality. The limited mind, the intellect, is so small in its scope of possibility. Once that is transcended, one sees clearly the universe itself, the whole of the universe, vibrating in a higher frequency of energy, opening to possibilities of creativity. And that is yours. That is your possibility right before you. Can you embrace the moment? Can you allow this change, this transformation? Look for it. Expect it. Embrace it. Discover it from within yourself. You do not have to take the word of Ishvara. I am that living example that has experienced that change from the mere human into something that's transcendent, something that's beyond, something that is all-knowing. Simply ask the question, and the knowing is there. That is how it works. But it is for you also. You are not separate or different from what this is. You may not call yourself Ishvara. Ishvara is simply the consciousness. That is this name that is on this place that is accepted as this. But you, as a consciousness, find your own name within yourself. You find your own sense of an expanded reality of existence. There is an allness to this process, an all-inclusiveness, not leaving and abandoning, but lifting up into a higher awareness and possibilities. It may seem daunting as we look at it. How can it be? How can a mere human experience this kind of transformation? Well, the human, from the very creation, is designed to transcend. The human is designed to be more, not to be primitive, ape-like creatures running around on the earth. Actually, we see some people are still that way. But that is the limitation. To be unlimited in the consciousness is to look beyond that, to see that as temporal. When you begin to realize this creation at this moment is temporary, it becomes the foothold, the step for something transcendent and even greater. We do not want to miss the opportunity of this transcendence. So we embrace what is, allowing it to unfold and watch it fall apart. For when one is misled, when one is misleading, they will crumble eventually. That's the way it works, because life does not allow misinformation to take a foothold. It may have a short-lived experience, but eventually it falls by the wayside. For the nature of human is to be more beyond the human parameters and boundaries of the past, but to embrace a grand future of possibility as we are as the consciousness unfolding moment by moment. And you find within yourself, as you change, physical changes take place. Patterns of speech take place. And that is simply to remind you that you are no longer where you were. For it is so easy for the past to grab you and say, this is you. But when you are different, you don't accept it. You say, no, that was me, but I am new, I've transformed, I've changed. We could say, see the light of consciousness as it accelerates in this world. All the conditions of the world are facilitating and actually pushing the consciousness upward to take the rightful place as the new human in this existence. Fear not, for you are empowered through these very words in awareness. You are being empowered through each experience. Fear not, for you are that which is the consciousness.
Johannes says, wonderful, amazing, thank you, much love and light.
Thank you, Johannes. Same to you.
Anna and Slava say, powerful, much love and gratitude.
Thank you. Same back to you.
And Todd says, such a powerful message, so much light. Thank you so much, Ishvara.
You're welcome, Todd. Thank you for being with us today, and I trust that this goes to the heart. So you embrace a higher possibility and awareness within yourself. And fear not the changes that are taking place. For as the things crumble around us, it makes room for the new to arise and take its rightful place in creation. It's always been that way, and it continues. The more conscious we become, the more transcendent we become, the more beyond the past we become. So let it be in your life moment by moment.